What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel for her DJ. And for this one, I'll be going through my AFL tipping for round 8, and I'll be going through for my round 7 tips. And this one is actually quite surprisingly for the tipping this week. There is like a bunch of them went for 5, 4, or 3 tips correctly, and I had to say I am one of them. so by the way, so I'll be going through my round 7 tips first, and then I'll tell you what I got for round 8. So first thing, I went for the Bulldogs over Richmond by 13 points, and I got that one incorrect. Richmond got the win. This one, it is one of the upsets of the round. I went for Gold Coast, and Gold Coast got the win. Their 4th time in history win in the MCG, so I got that one correct. And next one, I actually quite surprised. GWS smashed the Crows, and I went for the Crows, so I got that one incorrect as well. The next one, I went stupidly. Went for Hawthorn to defeat Dakota, but they got smashed as hell by quite a lot of points, so I got that one incorrect as well. That one, that tip I shouldn't have got that one correct. So I went for Geelong over Sydney, and Sydney got the win by 2 points, and Geelong should have won that game after Jeremy Cameron's holding the ball or whatever. They should have got the goal like 30 seconds to go or something. So I got that one incorrect. Next up, I went for Brisbane over Port. I went for Port Adelaide over Brisbane, and I got that one incorrect as well. So I haven't done pretty good at that one, unfortunately. The next one, I went for Melbourne to defeat North Melbourne, and I got that one correct for my second one. And North Melbourne actually improved to that one, so we actually played really well over the Demons, but they are the top side, and we're the bottom of the ladder, and we actually lost by only 30 points. We were having fun at half time and all that, so I was actually quite happy about that, to be honest. And by the way, I got that one incorrect as well. The next one I went for Essendon to defeat Carlton, and unfortunately I got that one incorrect as well. And lastly, I went for Fremantle to defeat West Coast at Optus Stadium, so I got one incorrect. So it brings me up 2 out of 9, which is so bad. This is probably one of my worst rounds yet. So in the moment I got 37 points in total, and so actually did really bad. By the way, I'll be going through my round 8 tips right now. So first thing is, on the Friday night we have got Richmond to take on Geelong, and the Tigers that actually improved pretty good. Their losing streak was over, so they got the win over the Bulldogs. That was actually quite impressive. They actually started to feel pretty down, I'm guessing, and then they started to feel their confidence up in the second half, and that's how they got their improving for the win. And for Geelong, they should have won like 3 in a row, but their streak for the losings is on right now. And for this one, it is actually going to be pretty intense one, to be honest. And so I had like literally nothing to say as much. So I might be going for a close one. So I'm going to tip for the Tigers by 15 points. And so yeah, that is probably and also plus that's the grand final rematch as well. So I'll go for the Tigers by 15 right there. Next up, on the Saturday afternoon of GWS to take out the Bombers, and this one is probably a good option to do the safe thing to do. But first thing, the Giants actually pulled off an impressive win at the Oval, lot of points over the Crows, and and all that, and so they just kept on going and going and all that. And the Bombers actually played alright over Carlton, but they just came down a little bit short, and yeah, to be honest. So for this one, I'll be going for a safe option to go tip for the Giants, and I might put this one at quite a big margin by about like 32 points or something, for this win. Next up, we have St Kilda and Gold Coast to Metricon Stadium, and this is probably another of one of the games of the rounds as well. So Gold Coast, they actually pulled off quite a good win over Collingwood, quite by 24 points, and they got two in a row winning streak. And secured it. They actually smashed Hawthorn, as I just said earlier, about like 60 over points or something, and they actually were pretty impressive at home, and I'm not too sure how they go over Gold Coast. So this is actually going to be one of the close ones of the round. So I'm thinking I might go for Gold Coast to win this one by only this are going to be Tippy for a closer margin by 6 points for Gold Coast, and this is going to be one of the games in the way. Anyway, the next one we have North Melbourne to take on Collingwood, and this is probably North Melbourne's chance to win their first game of the season, and this is actually one of the close ones as well. So North Melbourne, they're actually improving really well at the first half, pretty much most often for footy, but we just ran ourselves down at the second half. We just made too many mistakes, and what a stupid kicking or whatever they just did. I'm a North Melbourne supporter as well, so I literally can't do anything about it. We have a very young side, as I just said, pretty much almost every week for my tipping, and Collingwood, they're actually playing absolutely disgusting footy right now. They have a 5 in a row losing streak right now, and if North Melbourne actually win this game, this is actually a huge chance Nathan Buckley, Collingwood's coach, to get sacked. So most fans don't want to get rid of Nathan Buckley for some reason. Actually, they don't mind him pretty much, but he's actually the pretty crap coach this year. And for this one, I might be going for upset to get North Melbourne's first win by 7 points at Marvel Stadium. So this is going to be one of the close ones of the round. Next up, we have got the Demons to take on the Swans at the MCG. And the Demons are actually pulled off not a bad win over North Melbourne, but start a winner for their first time in history. And, well, not really for the first time in history for the Demons to beat North Melbourne. This is actually the first time in history they beat North Melbourne at Budstone Arena. And so they pulled off like 7-0 right now. And Christian Petrarca actually got a 7-year contract until 2029. That's going to be really huge for the Demons right now. And yeah, pretty much. And the Swans, they actually put off a pretty close one over by Geelong by 2 points. And so yeah, and again, there's like nothing much to say as much. So yeah, I'll be going for Melbourne to win this one, and I will be putting it about like less than 3 goals for this one. So I'll be tipping for the Demons by 14 points, for a closer margin, and yeah. And now time for the Saturday night footy, which is the showdown between Port Adelaide to take on Adelaide, and this is going to be I don't know what to say for the showdown. Port Adelaide absolutely crushed the Crows last year at the showdown, and Port Adelaide has got a losing streak, and I absolutely have no idea who today first. So I'll just double check that quite quickly. Oh yes, they actually got smashed by Brisbane. So they actually got smashed by Brisbane, as I just said, and the Crows that actually got humongous smashed by the Giants and all that. Quite a lot of points, and so this is going to be probably a easy option for me, to be honest. So I'll be tipping for Port Adelaide to win this game, and this one is going to be probably a bigger margin. I'll put it by 41 points to take on the Crows. The next up this is going to be quite a close one, which is going to be between Hawthorn to take on West Coast on the Sunday afternoon, the MCG, and this is actually the going to be a close one, a little bit, to be honest. Right there, Hawthorn actually got smashed quite a lot from the by the Saints last week, and all that. Absolutely have no idea what happened to them. They just fall down at pretty much mostly of the game, to be honest. And for West Coast, they actually got 132 points for their full score and all that. And they actually play starting to play top 8 footy right now, even though they're starting to be like pretty dead a little bit, slightly. For this one, I'll be tipping for West Coast to win this one, and this one I'm going to put it a less than 5 goals. I might put it by 23 points. West Coast to win this one. Next up we have Western Bulldogs to take on Carlton in Marvel Stadium, and this one is going to be quite a easy option for me as well. But let me just talk through from the footy and all that between these two teams. So the Dogs are actually played like horrible footy over Richmond at the MCG. This is probably their hardest chances to win the MCG and all that. And Carlton, they actually played alright at the MCG at to take on the Bombers. They actually got the win in that one, and they're actually starting doing it alright and all that, and yeah, pretty much. So I'll be tipping for the Western Bulldogs, and I might actually will tip for a close one. To be honest, I might tip it the Dogs by 2 goals, 12 points. So yeah, pretty much. Next up, it is going to be between Brisbane Lions to take on the Fremantle Dockers, as this game was actually played at Optus Stadium, but they actually moved it to the Gabba right now because the Western Australia Premier for their COVID cases is absolutely disgraced. That Premier, I was a little frustrated a little bit. I am Victoria. I belong in Victoria, man. Absolutely. I have no words on that Premier. Why in the hell he was saying he wouldn't have no crowds versus North Melbourne 2 weeks ago, and no crowds at the Western Derby. I was like, he's like getting to my nerves right now, and yeah. Anyway, we for this one for Brisbane and Fremantle's game, Brisbane they put off a huge win over Port Adelaide and all that, and they actually played really well. They actually played without Lockie Neal and all that, and for this for Fremantle they actually played alright at the Western Derby, but they came like very short and all that by I think it's 59 or something. I don't know. Anyway, and for this one, I'll be tipping for Brisbane to win this game at the Gabba, and I'll put quite a bigger margin, by 25 points, for this one. So I'll show you guys my tips, whatever I got. I'll just turn my screen quite down. So there's Richmond right there. That I went for the Giants. Then I went for Gold Coast. Then I went for North Melbourne. Then after that I went for Melbourne. Then I went for Port Adelaide. Then I went for West Coast, and then I went for the Bulldogs. in Brisbane as well. So I'll submit it in off camera, guys. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoy my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give it a like at this video. Share with your friends as well. And by the way, I had to apologize to you guys. I haven't did a live stream for the Bulldogs in the Richmond game. I was too busy and all that, and I shouldn't got the filmed for my school for Emerson student news thing I was been talking about for last week, but for this week they are 100% they're gonna do it, but hopefully they will. I just need to hope my thoughts. And I might be doing a Friday night live stream if I can. And yeah, pretty much I had to say thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe, please give a like at this video, share with your friends. Peace out.